Hey everyone, we'll be starting in a moment. I am just getting it all set up. Okay, post it on there. Close these. And these things. Connection seems good. Voice is being picked up. I think we're good to go. So, hi everyone. Welcome to another stream of Ace Attorney Investigations, and the first one for this week. How's everyone doing? I know I'm starting like later than I would normally, which is usually around 6. But today's just one of those days. Ugh. Messy. So we're going to at least try and get an hour out of this. We are starting the 4th case of investigations. We're going to see what happens, why people are falling, if we're going to be able to go like, shut up, Tribunal, you don't control me, I'm my own master now. Yeah, we're going to see how much we can get done today. So let's just get straight to it. I don't want to take too much time. Hey, Ruffertron. Bam! Why is it showing the ice things before? They're gone. What? We'll attempt to be there on Thursday, if not rapidly approaching. Okay. Why are you rapidly approaching? Stay away. Right. Everything's been picked up. Showing up on there. Sounds been picked up. Refresh restream. Alright, cool. Alright, we're good to go. Let's do it. New items have been unlocked. Let us remind ourselves what happened. Our turnabout forsaken. I hereby call this meeting to order. The committee is gathered here in the sight of the goddess to pass fair judgment and frank. The purpose of this hearing is to assess the professional competency of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. That's obviously probably supposed to be Verity, but I'm just not. I just wanted to do a different voice before we started. Are you? Why are you wearing that raincoat? She's like just so oblivious that she might be in danger or something. No. We're throwing Frank out. April 5th. Man, imagine if it was April 1st. That'd be funny. It's like April Fool, she didn't die. 1:23 p.m. I just noticed the table has reflections. Will you please stop pacing, detective? You're kicking up dust. The chessboard changed. I said the floor 3 times already. And then sweep it a 4th. I want to take a patch, Mr. Edgeworth. How can you just stand there, cool as a cucumber? Hey, she's dead. Okay, John. We don't know for certain that they will. Well, it sure seems like they be too. Dr. Cavell pretty much spotted out. Truly, I do think you're proving quite an excellent threat for the Committee of Prosecutorial Excellence. I'm not really here, so I'm just doing a makeshift stuff. As such, you will give me no little choice but to report back to your continued transgressions. No doubt you will be called for appear before the committee in due course. She said that I would be called to appear before the committee, nothing more. Maybe we'll end up playing on the day it happens, maybe. Well, I don't care. I don't want stuff right. What if we never get to work together again? I'd have thought you would have welcomed the prospect, detective. After all, it would mean you could work with someone less problematic. Don't say that, sir. I love you. I mean, I've never heard anyone except that stupid committee say you're problematic. You're not just looking for an excuse, are you? To become a defense attorney, I mean? Because I won't let you. You're Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor, you hear? To become a defense attorney, huh? The circumstances of my father's death set me on the path to becoming a prosecutor. But I'd only been interested in the law to begin with thanks to my father as well. And his work as a defense attorney. Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor or help people as an attorney? Sometimes tells me you got a big decision ahead of you. Only you can answer. Hey, listen to me, Edgeworth. I said won't let you do this. Really, Detective, there's no need to be so dramatic. Who knows? The next prosecutor you work with might be a little more lenient with your salary assessments. Really? So no more instant noodles? I mean, no. What are you saying, sir? I don't care about any of that stuff. But you thought about it, didn't you? If only for a moment. I'm busy in here. Come back later. I thought she was just sliding across the floor then. Who the hell are you? What does your hat say? It says first. What's the first word? Daddy first. She's a nurse. It's final form, Franny. That's a lot of F's. Well, hey there. Is the prosecutor in? A prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth? Hello, pal. What part of we're busy? Oh, yeah. Wait outside. I'll be with you in a bit. Oh, that no good. Your face is a red tomato. Red-faced, gritted teeth. Let's see. I said we're busy. Wait, that's it. Stomach cramps, right? No need to worry, it's nothing an injection can't cure. No, roll up your sleeve for me, I won't hurt much. Unless I do it hard. No big problem, I'm how something it could be. I'm getting more and more Scooby-Doo with him. And who might you be? Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to introduce myself, huh? The name's Needler, Florence Needler. Like Florence Nightingale, but with needles. She talks a lot this case, so be careful. Oh, great. I've given her the best voice. I'm a nurse at Hertz Hospital. Oh, God. Please don't bring that guy back. Well, nobody here is hurt, so are you sure you have the right room? Hey, I'm Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? I'm doing the wrong voice. I'm doing the other one. I got confused for a second. Yeah, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? Wow, those are some deep furrows in your brow. I feel alright. Suffer from a severe headache. I could give you an injection, that's all. I'll be fine, thank you. Could you please just tell us what you're doing here? Huh? Oh, sure. Well, it's like this. I brought somebody else to see ya. Wait right there, I'll go grab her. Wait. Too late. I wonder what she brought along. If it's here from a hospital, maybe it's a patient. Somebody you cut down to size with your trademark rapier wit. What exactly is that supposed to mean? See? Right there, sir. When you glare at me like that, I lose the will to live. You don't want to send me to the hospital, do you? Surely he's exaggerating. After all, that's the look I always give him, and nothing's happened so far. Oh. Sorry to keep you waiting. You fellas waiting. Well, thoughts? I'm like flip-flopping. I don't know if this is Kay or someone else entirely, because they look like a completely different person. Thoughts on what? You don't recognize me? There is something about her. Something familiar. This has your name on it. So I thought just maybe. You really did put somebody in hospital. Don't be ridiculous, detective. Hey, Matthew. But look, sir, your name's right there on the card. Public Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Clear as day. Be that as it may. I'm so sorry, All she's trying to say is she has amnesia. Amnesia? Why do you say it like that? Yes, at the least that's what they tell me. Her parents must be so worried about her. I bet they've only been getting around 8 hours of sleep each day, or each night. You gotta feel for them. Do I, though? Because that's quite a lot of sleep, if you ask me. Nurse was Karen Jensen in the fan translation, and Sugar Pill in the Let's Translate. Oh, God. To keep that going, they could have gone like, her name is Placebo, or something. Like, she could be like, not a placebo. That's her first name, Notta. Or Noida or something. Do I, though? Because that's quite a lot of sleep, if you ask me. Oh, well, tough break. Don't you worry, alright? If you've had his car, that means you must really know Mr. Edgeworth somehow. So just sit back and we'll take it from here, right, sir? At the very least, we might be able to help you figure out your identity. Really? Will you? It's going to come down to what you remember, but yes. Oh, that's the Edgeworth I know. Don't worry, miss, you're as good as healed. Let's not get carried away here, detective. I'm a prosecutor, remember, not a miracle worker. Damn it, I'm a doctor, not a miracle worker. Wait, no. Where do we even start? Oh, you remember your name, miss? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, she's been like this since she came in yesterday. So she's only been in the hospital for a day. Considering the amount of bandages she has on, she healed very quickly. No way, that's amazing. How did you figure it out so fast? How can one person be so emotionally draining? They found her wondering about it last night and brought her in. I wanted to help out, so I went through her stuff to see what I could find. And did you find anything apart from my business card? Oh, nothing with her name or home address. Oh, wait a sec. She was wearing this. It's a pretty beaut. Is that unique design, right? What? This pin? What the heck? What the heck? He was so shocked he fell out of his accent and voice. It's got a pin. What does that mean? It can't be. Kay, is it really you? Kay. Your name. That's a film. I can remember the last letter. It's you, isn't it, Kay? Kay. Oh, yeah, you don't really remember? Oh, you really don't remember? Oh, it's me, Gummy. That's what you always call me. Gummy. But you're an adult. That's so rude. I don't really call you that, do I? I'm so sorry. I can't believe I feel so guilty now. What the heck happened to you? I've never seen you so polite. Being polite and sensitive is just not... What's the Kay I know? You're nothing like her. Get out of here! He's just so traumatized. He's like, you're not the real Kay. Get out of here. I hate you. Careful, detective. We wouldn't want her to get the wrong impression. You make it sound as if Kay isn't normally a polite or sensitive soul. Florence in the back pocketing cash. Not that he's wrong exactly, but... So, what kind of person was I before? Oh, well, first of all, your full name is Kay Faraday. You're bright and fun and full of energy, and... oh yeah, you're a great thief. A great thief? There's a little more to it than that, but yes. We deleted a character, let's make a good one this time. Thieves generally steal other people's valuables from their dressers or vaults, and... Steal? But that must be so awful for the people I took things from. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was a criminal. Maybe I lost my memory as some sort of punishment? No, that's not what I meant at all. I don't think that did much good, sir. But it sure explains one thing. Look at these gloves. They're the kind of person like that would wear. Hey, that outfit. Oh, this? It's what she was wearing when they found her. We had to get her out to change out of it and put on hospital clothes, so that's why I have them. And why? She's not in the hospital anymore. There's something on this part here. Ball run. Could it have something to do with how Kay lost her memory? I'll send the outfit over to forensics later and see what they can figure out. Please do, Detective. Boy, howdy. There really are some thiefy clothes, huh? I'm a criminal. You may be a great thief, but you never committed a crime in your life. Rest assured, you are no criminal. If you say so. Perhaps we better leave it at there for now. You see my prosecutor's badge? Is that for somebody who protects people? Is it a Hero's Justice's pin? No, it's a prosecutor's badge. No, we're the most evil of the lot. I believe you're thinking of an attorney's badge. I am, but it feels warm somehow. I feel like somebody I know used to have one. It'd be somebody important. Her father was a prosecutor. I suppose perhaps she's recalling flashes of her childhood. I can actually look at this. This is the pin Kay always wears. It's shaped like the mark of a Yadagrasu, and it's very eye-catching indeed. I can't imagine any other thief other than Kay would want to wear it. Well, I mean, there was the previous game where the other Yadagrasus. If I take that out, I can use it as a weapon. It'd hurt. You have to do like 1,000 stabs to kill anyone with it. Warm because it's in his pocket. I think I'm caught up on the relevant translatables in this case. Curious how many you got to get to here. Oh. I'm sorry, I wish I could remember who we were. How do we know each other exactly? Well, that is... How do I put it into words? I'm a prosecutor Edward's assistant. I am? So, a prosecutor's the head of some sort of great thief network, then? No, not quite. We last saw Kay 2 days ago. Perhaps we should try to figure out what she's been doing since then. Was the pin the only item on her person when you received her, Nurse Needler? Oh, there were a few other things, but I doubt any of them would be much use to you. I'll be the judge of that. Could you please show them to us? Well, alrighty then. I'm in no particular order, I present. A ninja mask? Was she on her soul or something? A letter, and it's addressed to Kay, and it's written in a weird font. Rosie. And next, a ticket stub, and finally... A fake flower! How can people like to spruce up their bathrooms with, too? It's a corsage, Detective, and they're usually worn by women. And that's that! So, anything useful in there? Kinda hard to tell. Frankly, I'm not really seeing a connection between any of them. I should keep a closer look at each piece later when I have the chance. Jammer Ninja mask. A mask modeled on the Jammer Ninja's face made of cheap plastic. A letter to Kay was carrying an address to her. Don't worry, I'll make sure your precious thing back. Stub from a ticket granting entry to the viewing platform on top of the big building. Okay. Why does that sound familiar? A magenta flower made of a fabric that is usually worn on the chest as decoration, also known as a corsage. I mean, some corsages are made from actual flowers. This is bad. How do we get Kay's memory back? We can't just let her stay like this forever. Calm down, Detective. I have an idea. We give her a shock. We push her over top of a building, let her head hit first, and she should go back to normal. I've seen it in many a film. Oh, you do? I knew you'd come to your senses, sir. Or to the rescue, sir. What was it? Look closely at this ticket stub. Oh, it's for the viewing platform on the top of big building. You didn't notice that? You had her all day yesterday, or pretty much last night. And you didn't even look at the stuff she had? Oh, the big building? You know the place? Everybody knows it's silly. It's the hottest date spot in town. They say that if a couple holds hands while they're up there, they'll stay together forever. Tee-hee. Big building was the Grand Tower in the fan translation, and Big Tower in the Let's Translate. This is yesterday's date, and the ticket is only valid for the date specified. Oh, plus it's a start. That means you used it, right? I think it's a distinct possibility. Well, shall we go see what we can find? I mean, yeah, I know nurse can't, but I mean, like, you got the doctors and everyone else. No, just like that. The only way to figure out how Kay lost her memory is to retrace her steps. But what about your thing with the committee? It's not for a little while yet. We have time. Great, so can I leave Kay with you? That would be for the best, but you don't mind, do you, Kay? Also, aren't you her nurse? Shouldn't you be looking after her until she gets her memory back? Oh, of course not. Thank you. Alrighty then, back to work I go. If you need anything, feel free to give me a holler at the Hertz Hospital, okay? I'd come running with a syringe or 3, wherever you might happen to be. Yes, thank you. I doubt we'll be needing that particular service. I just noticed, why are the lines around her arms and hands thinner than the rest of the lines? Not many of the other characters have that. But for her, she has like very thin lines. Now you can see Edgeworth, all of his lines are thick. They're thick and meaty. Now then, Detective, shall we get going? You too, Kay. Yes, sir. Yes, of course. All full of meth. All of our syringes are full of meth? Wow. I don't think you should inject those. So according to this pamphlet, the big building's 50 stories high. It's all of hostesses inside, and the viewing platform at top is the only part that's open to the public. Here, this one's for you, sir. They're handing them out for free at the ticket area. How very kind of you, Detective. Big building pamphlet. Jotted down. Because it was made for Yowie. Okay. Alright, I think it's time we headed inside. Look out, the big building is about to fall. What? Are we going to do something? No, please, I'm begging you, stop. It's no good. Without fresh milk, my thoughts aren't getting through to him. What's happening here? What's going on in the building? Just take off and talk to me, kid. Cut. I'm so sorry, we're shooting a movie, so could you, yes, I thought as much. It's you! From the first game! Forgive our intrusion. We'll get out of your way. Detective. Oh, sorry. Could you help me there for a second? The cow guy was at the thing. He was at the art exhibition. Yeah, whatevs. Hey, director guy, can we take 5? I gotta work under these conditions, or I can't work. I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. So they stopped the building falling down? That's good. I wish we had time to explain, but maybe later. Come along, you two. Let's make ourselves scarce. We're inside the building, right? Why is there grass and a TV? Viewing platform. Oh, we're on the viewing platform. That's the top floor. Okay, never mind. A tree! A Pegasus! An angel stand. Please don't tell me Larry is here too. Please. Oh, look at that view! Feel the sun on your face. Trying again. Hertz Hospital is the Dai Young Hospital. Wow! And the Aochi University Hospital. The Die Young Hospital. Wow. God. The wind is very strong up here. Oh, that's okay. You just stand behind me or Mr. Edgeworth here. I'm more than big enough to keep the breeze away. Speak for yourself. Well, Kay, does this place bring back any memories? I'm not sure. Have I really been here before? Perhaps simply encouraging her to talk will help. Kay, please. Any thoughts or feelings that come to mind might be a clue we can use. Alright, I don't know if this will be of any help at all, but... I'm interrogating her, I guess? What I remember. I still can't be sure if I've even been here before. It's so high up, the wind is so strong, it's terrifying. I don't remember. I just don't remember anything. It's no good. I'm so sorry. Oh, nice, huh? I'm sorry. I feel so useless. I know I'm supposed to have all these memories, but I just can't remember. You have amnesia, Kay. Don't be so hard on yourself. Oh, listen, sir, maybe just this once. Try not to be so intimidating, okay? Or at the very least, don't use your trademark glare on her. Nobody asked for your opinion, detective. The owner was called Young in that translation. Oh, okay.
Hold it!
Well, this ticket stub says otherwise. You're a liar, Kay. I'm gonna expose you. But I don't remember. I don't remember coming here at all. I can't even imagine wanting to come here. Is it going to be a case we're actually in the wrong building and it's actually a building next door or something? That'd be funny.
Hold it!
Kay used to love places like this, though. But am I really her? I feel dizzy just taking a look around. I don't even think anyone should be allowed up here. This is a public place. What if an old person fell? Or a child? It doesn't bear thinking about. There's a fence all around us. It's plenty high. There's really no need to worry. If you say so.
Hold it!
If nothing is coming to mind, then just take a look around. Do you recognize anything? Anything at all? Let's see. Cherry blossoms. Go on. I was standing under the cherry tree. Yes, I was trying to stay out the rain. It was raining. I remember now. Clearly this is a secret mom. Her mom was also a ninja. That's why she's never been seen. And there was a red something. So it was raining. She was underneath that cherry tree. And she saw something red where she stood. But what? Was it something I said? No. If you could add that to your testimony, we could explore it further. Testimony? I thought you were just asking me questions. I mean, this is kind of red.
Objection!
Kay, does this remind you of anything? What? What is it? I believe it might be related to what happened to you. Oh, sir, the Polska's got amnesia. You can't go throwing curveballs at her like this. Perhaps it's not as closely related as I thought. She's already tried her best. Stop pushing her so hard. You're right. I'll try to think a bit more before I show her something again.
Hold it!
This something red. Can you tell me more about it? I'm not sure. It was a red thing? That's all I can say. What can we see nearby that's red? Well, I can see flowers right there. Was it the concession stand over there, perhaps? A stand? A red concession stand? Yes, I think that's it. Somebody was walking towards me from beyond it. And then what happened? Then, I'm sorry. Oh, that's all right. If you could just add what you've told us to your testimony. But there was someone walking towards me from beyond the concession stand. Isn't there just a fence over there, though?
Hold it!
The stand in question is the one behind you, correct? That's right. I remember the red color and the person walking toward me from beyond it. I saw it all from under the cherry tree. Tell me something. This person you keep mentioning, could you not see their face? Or did you simply not know who they were? I'm sorry, I'm just not sure. So all we have to go on is a person walking towards her from beyond the concession stand. And the fact that she saw this from beneath the cherry tree.
Hold it!
It doesn't have to be related to how you lost your memory, but if anything floats up at all, just say it. Really? Well, let's see. Oh, the cotton candy from that stand there. I don't know why, but it just came to me. If you're hungry, you only have to say. Hey, you want cotton candy? You got it. The treat. Thank you. It would make my day. I have to get something out of her somehow. Maybe if I pressed her a little, I could shake something loose. I did several times already. Does it show on here? Yeah, you can see there's hardly any space back there.
Objection!
You say you saw something from over there beyond the stand, and that they were walking towards you. Yeah, I can see them getting closer. Are you sure it wasn't a ghost? No, it was a person, I'm sure of it. But from where you're standing, anyone you saw on the other side of the concession stand would have been floating in midair instead of hundreds of feet above the ground. So how on earth could that have been a person? I'm not lying, I promise. Somebody red. To stand. Somebody red. They were on the other side. They were walking towards me, getting closer and closer. And then ah! Okay. Okay, what's the... Oh, wrong voice. Hey, what's the matter? You alright? Whatever it is, it can't hurt you. I was pushed and I fell. By a person in a... Yes, a red raincoat. A person in a red raincoat who could walk on air. And who supposedly pushed her off the building? None of this makes any sense. Not the least of which nobody could fall from this height and survive. I don't know. I mean... Phoenix Wright fell from a bridge that was like 100 foot tall into a river, a raging river, and somehow only came away with like a cold. But then again, you know, Phoenix Wright has like ungodly constitution. He's like a god come from heaven down to the earth to give truth to the puny mortals. Kay's recollection jotted down in an organizer. She's literally a part of my evidence. It's nice having a front view like this of her. I mean, not injured, I just mean, you know, not with hair up. Which I always thought was a silly look. There's a trapdoor there. That's it, everyone. Please stay right where you are. Oh, what's wrong, officer? I'm Detective Ghost. You mind filling me in? Yes, sir. A body's been discovered in this building, sir. This is 50 stories up. Not sure even Phoenix could shake this one off. Heaven's falling down. A body? Whose body exactly? Not sure. We're still working on it, but we do know it's the victim of a young woman. And that her name is Kay. What the blazing? It's a second K. All ready to be continued? Stuff her in your pocket, yes. Kay, you are now my evidence. That's only been, what, 20 minutes? No, 30 minutes. Close. An incident comes to light. Oh, God. Stereotypical old grandma with the weird hairstyle. That's a very old lady there. Not the nurse, but the person that's dead. Weird. Committee of Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. Is in the same tower? He is the legendary super lawyer. You're not dealing with the average Phoenix anymore. Oh wait, this room. Officer, isn't this? Yes, sir. It's the trial of the member of the committee of the prosecutorial area of excellence. So it's here now? I knew that they'd moved out of the prosecutor's building, but I had no idea they'd come here. So the people that are actually there to specifically look over the prosecutors moved out of the prosecutor building. Okay. Damn, she's only 40. I think it's because of the way that she's drawn on the side. She looks really old. I think that's just like blood on her face, though. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, the K2. Jesus. How do you make someone look older than Old Bag? If anything, she's probably younger than Old Bag. How are you all doing? Is Kay feeling any better? We've heard there was some kind of incident. I'm sorry, but who might this old lady be? Oh, this is my grandma. Hold on 1 second. Name's Hilda Hertz, sonny. And who the heck might you be? It's a pleasure to meet you. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth at your service. Nurse Needler, your grandmother's name. Hertz, is she? Yeah, she's the director of Hertz Hospital. She looks like she can barely hear over 10 hertz. This old fogey woman is the head of a hospital. Don't you old fogey me, you dang reprobate. How did she do that? Whoa, I think you're kind of a big deal, ma'am. Oh, that's not true. Not wrong. Not wrong at all. Oh, him? He's the one looking after the girl. The one with amnesia? It seems Dr. Hertz is a bit of an introvert. Want to fix those brow furrows of yours, sonny? Hilda is Bonnie Young in the trans translation and Virginia Aochi in the Let's Translate. Okay, and now the whole Die Young thing makes sense now. Virginia Aochi. Okay. I'm making him sound like the freaking guy who plays Donkey Kong. Oh, there's no fixing those, ma'am. They're downright curable. You sure you want me to say that, Grandma? Alrighty then. Now, I don't got a damn thing more to say to none of you. You're going about your business, you hear? I did give them a Texan accent. Yeah, it fits. As long as that business don't involve messing with the deceased body, I got work to do. Wait, please. Not a dang thing, I tell you. Hey, you got no trust like that. I'll give you the right hub, pal. Okay. Oh, didn't I mention? Grandma's also a coroner. She's in charge of this case, which means... Ow! Which means exactly that. Oh, you mean exactly what? That's why we have radiology. Southern, Texan, whatever. I know what I did. I don't need to explain myself to you all. I know what I mean. How am I supposed to know? She said it, not me. I feel like I'm trapped in a comedy routine I can't escape. Well, we got a body to be looking at. Catch you later, gang, and take care. What the heck is the deal? What does it matter, as long as we have permission to investigate? What does it matter? It matters a bunch, sir. What will you do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Examine the scene of the crime, of course. What kind of prosecutor would I be if I didn't? I like to think she's saying either the most horrorest or sweetest things, and Florence is just saying... She's just making it up. She's like, oh yeah, she thinks that you're really handsome, Mr. Edgeworth. And that you should go out for dinner with her. What? It's true. Red text don't talk too much. Neither do coroners. Examine the scene. Yeah. All right, let's get to work. That person over there is called K, right? Surely that means I can't be the K you know? That's what we're looking to figure out. But don't worry. You're the Kay we know. Thanks. Also, that woman looks nothing like Kay. A Kay who lost her memory and a victim who shares her name. Both meeting their respective fates here at the big building. No doubt this case will be the key to restoring our Kay's memories. I'll stake my life on it. Time to examine everything. Yes, can I help you with something? This is quite the room. The big wooden box is full of books. The big person carved out of stone, the sparkly window. It seems you've forgotten the names of some everyday objects. Let me try to jog your memory, Kay. Repeat after me. Bookshelves. Bookshelves? Stained glass. Stolen glassware. Law books. Lawbreaker. Goddess statue. Got this snatched too? Is it just me, or all our mistakes pointing in a certain direction? Are you Miss Amnesic K and Corpse K? Wow. You were loudly claiming to be my assistant just the other day, K. Do you really not remember anything? Does nothing come about me come to mind at all? You're making her feel guilty, man. Oh, maybe I do remember one thing. I remember being on the viewing platform up on the roof. Yes? And you were pointing your finger at me? Go on. And asking me questions with a scary look on your face. That was only a few minutes ago. Wow, poor kid. Literally her only memory of you is trying to catch her in the contradictions, sir. I'd be scared too. I might have even given up right just there and then. Yeah, but the enemy was sure. If you think that's scary, Detective, just you wait. You must remember Detective Gumshoe, K. You and him are very close. Yeah, don't remind you of anything? Remind me of, Wait, I do remember something. I remember Mr. Edgeworth scolding you, and not just once, hundreds of times. That's not memory, kid. That's the joy of day-to-day life together. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Joy, is it? I must not be doing a good enough job reprimanding you then. I'll just have to try harder next time. I just have to make your life even more miserable. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get your precious thing back, Rosie. Is there blood on there? No, that's just the marks. You like pins, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? I not particularly, no. Still, you always seem to have one on you. It's part of the job, I'm afraid, and this one is also a piece of evidence. Oh, so you carry things you don't like around as a form of willpower training? That's not it at all. I was carrying this, wasn't I? I'm sorry, I don't remember anything about it. Nothing at all? Even the tiniest clue could help. Alright, let's see. I think I might have just grabbed it on reflex when whatever happened to me happened. And there's a saying, right? A falling person will clutch at a straw? What's the matter? You're making a strange face. I don't want to dissuade you from trying, but please, I need you to think a little more before you speak. I know you've just had a traumatic brain injury, but I need you to stop making stuff up. I understand. He's so mean to her. She's had a medical emergency. You can at least be nice to her. I remember the person in the red raincoat. That much I'm pretty sure of. Which were you? They really coming towards you from beyond the concession stand? Yes, they were walking right towards me. And I have proof. Of course I do. I remember they had legs. But there's nothing out there beyond the stand. How could they have been walking on thin air? I don't know. Maybe they were a ghost? Or they had balloons? A ghost. I'm sorry, Kay, but ghosts don't exist. They are very antithesis of science. Then this is one of those contradiction things, huh? Sad. Officer, tell me all about the security arrangements for this room. yes, sir. We need a special key to enter, sir. Interesting. So not just anybody can enter. In which case, the person who discovered the body would have been... Yes, sir. Remember the committee. They found it dead and they arrived at today's hearing. The hearing. My hearing. Which would be underway right now if it wasn't for this. If things had gone as they were meant to, I'd be standing at this podium right now. Oh, yeah, I guess so, huh? Edros seems spirit channeling. He doesn't believe in that, Hookie. He got his father... Like, he didn't get the killer with that, so, you know, he's still upset. I'd rather hear he got delayed, but I wish it was because someone died. Although it would have been that much harder to investigate had my badge been taken away. The best thing I can do right now for all parties involved is to get the truth behind this incident. I just had... not worrying, but a possible outcome of this is that we're obviously going to be speaking to Verity and Winner and all that kind of stuff. I'm wondering if at some reason Kay, the injured one, not the dead one, is going to be tried or like thought to have been the killer because they're like, oh, well, I was here. She's like, she must have been the one that killed the other Kay. Arrest her, even though her memory's shot and she doesn't remember anything. She's obviously the murderer. And then we're going to go through this whole thing, and then by the end of it, she gets her memory back, but we have to go through this whole triangle deal where Verity is, like, all against her because she kept saying she was a thief, and she's like, we don't like thieves, we want them dead. You know? I guess we'll find out. So he ditched it for Kay, yeah. The best thing I could do right now for all parties involved is to get the truth behind the incident. An enormous semicircular desk was seating for 11. It almost reminds me of a certain legend. Oh, I know who they were, sir. The Knights of the Brown Table, right? You are going to have your pay deducted once more. What? I guess I wasn't it. The Knights of the Brown Table? The Knights of the Brown Stable? You should stop now, Gumshoe. You're offending my culture. Further and further from the mark, but I'll refrain from rubbing his nose in it. For now. Sorry, but we're kind of busy right now. Grandma's still looking at the body. You stay the heck out of my way, here? So could you give us a few more minutes? Of course. We'll come back and examine the body ourselves later after she's done. Books. Oh, that's a lot of books, sir. It's kind of intimidating if you ask me. Intimidating? What could be more welcoming than a good book, detective? I guess that depends. I got the chewing out of my life in a library back in the day for running laps inside. But this isn't really a library, is it? So maybe I can jog around a little, work off some of the anxiety. Something tells me that if I don't stop him, I'm going to be yawning. He might very well start running around and round. Why is there... I'm looking at these stained glass windows. Why is there a person wearing a school outfit and another one wearing, like, bellhops and a cane? Is that supposed to be Von Karma? A nice, neatly arranged bookshelves stretching off into the distance. Quite a pleasing sight, don't you think? There sure is. There's not a speck of dust on any of them. Reminds me of my special method of cleaning the office, sir. Sweep, then vacuum, then sweep, wipe it all down twice. There goes the wax floor wax, and then... If only you approached your actual job with the same level of rigor. Statue. It's a statue of the goddess of justice. Show her stuff, sir. So does she dole out her blessings, or what? She's not that kind of goddess, detective. She's a symbol of the sanctity of the law. The scales represent justice, the sword retribution, and the blindfold shows her impartiality. Actually, it shows that she's blind to justice. You know, justice is blind. She just attacks anyone if she thinks that they're evil. When they're not. Odd, there's no pain. I must scour the scene for inspecting everything and catching blood. There's a pool of blood here at the foot of the statue. Judging by the amount and how it was spread, I'd say this is where the victim was killed. It looks like ketchup. But the body's on the table behind us, sir. How come? I can only surmise the killer must have moved it for the reason after committing the murder. I'm going to say this is Verity, so I'm just going to put on the voice. Sorry to intrude. Oh no, it's Von Karma! Yeah! Who are... Huh? What's that, Grandma? I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Von Karma's little girl. Oh, so you know each other, huh? It's been too long, Grandma Hertz. I've forgotten the voice I gave her already. And you as well, Miles Edgeworth. What's she doing here? Best girl's back, yeah! Franziska Von Karma. She is the daughter of Manfred Von Karma and a prosecutor like myself. These days, she's mainly been working with Interpol, though I thought she was supposed to be abroad. Don't look so surprised. Where my investigations lead, I follow, no matter where in the world there might be. Which means that there must be some kind of international angle into this case, yes? You know full well that I'd be pursuing a certain smuggling ring. And that I won't rest until it has been destroyed and its ill-gotten goods recovered. So the smuggling ring is involved, then. That information is to be shared on a need-to-know basis. You need not know. I see, she means to be as helpful as ever. Miss Von Karma, was it? Grandma wants me to tell you something. I'm about done here. Scene's all yours. In that case, we'd like to examine the body ourselves too, if you wouldn't mind. I mind plenty. I remember what I heard about you now, you dang varmint. Don't need to be no soon-to-be ex-prosecutor messing the place up. Go on, get! Just remember it's not me saying this stuff, okay? I know we never really solved the case of the smuggling ring. We're still going. We had more important things to do. Please, Granny, it's important. What are you calling a Granny, little missy? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. This is going nowhere. I didn't want to have to do this, but... Franziska, I need you to add us to this investigation. We have to see that body up close, or we'll never learn the truth about what happened to Kay. As in, Kay Faraday. Please, you gotta help us out here. Kay needs us. I don't know what you're up to, but very well. I'm a tsundere, okay? I act like I hate everyone, but I'm willing to help those close to me, okay? Fine, jeez, not like I like you or anything. You know, it's odd. I don't usually like tsundere characters. I think it's an overdone trope, and it's done too much to the point of them really being annoying. Like, instead of being tsundere, they're just more annoying than they are lovable. This is not that case, for some reason. I think they do her well. Thank you, you won't regret it. Of course, I expect to receive a full explanation of when I grill you later. Oh, really, sir? Big time. I wasn't talking to you, Scruffy. Well, Grandma Hertz, we'll allow them to examine the body. Ain't about to say no to an international big shot like yourself, hun. But are you sure about this? Yeah, I agree with Grandma. Are you sure you're sure? Of course I'm sure. It's my prerogative to judge the whole world in my name. That's just common sense. Franny has had development, so she's better. They turned me into a tsundere. Oh, I got better. It depends on how they do the trope. Yeah, definitely. There are some times where the tsundere is perfectly fine, and there are other times where they're just so obnoxious you just can't like them. Of the extremely arrogant sort, perhaps. Suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, you heard her. Try not to get fired, okay? Don't worry. It'll take a lot more than this to ruin my reputation should things go sour. Unlike me, who's on the verge of losing my badge. Yeah! Whee! Who do we have on this side? We have a guy in a purple suit. And a woman in a dress who's very pretty. Very pretty. I was hoping I could ask you about Franny, but I guess not. They can also push it so far it wraps around and gets fun again. Yes, what is it? A murder in the trial chamber of the Committee of Prosecutorial Excellence. This is serious. I did you the favor of allowing you to investigate further. I am expecting results. And you'll get them. Would I still be able to be here if I didn't think I could deliver? Come to think of it, why were you here in the first place? So she doesn't know I was summoned before the committee. It's a long story. Well, you might... In the night time, deeper than the sea. Why are you being so philosophical, Gumshoe? What the hell? I'm only saving Mr. Edgeworth the trouble, and I'll tell you myself. On second thought, I don't care why you're here. What's most important is that we solve the case in front of us. Agreed? Wholeheartedly. Oh, wait, but you were the one who asked in the first place, sir. What's the saying again? Whip first, think later. But can't you make it the other way, just for me? Poor Gumshoe. She's been gone for so long, she's got to get her whips in. What are you doing here, Francisca? I thought you were working abroad on something with Interpol. Wouldn't you like to know? But that's a top secret, and I'll need neither the need nor the obligation to tell you. I thought she'd say it much. Anyway, never mind that. Where's the prosecutor in charge of this case? Not that I know who's been assigned, but I was hoping they'd take care of the legwork for me. Yet they haven't even bothered to show up. What in the world could they be doing? No, I'm not the prosecutor keeper, sir. It's hardly fair to whip people who don't deserve it, Francisca. What use is a whip if you don't use it, And who better to use it on than anybody who isn't given 110%? She's been gone 2 weeks max. That's still too long. She needs to have her daily whips. I may not know who's been assigned yet either, but 110% for them already, or feel for them already. I couldn't help but notice you seem to be acquainted with Dr. Hertz. Is she going to be the one that operated on you? Because I think you were at the Hertz Hospital. How very astute of you, Miles Edgeworth. Yes, I know her. Once upon a time, we... Never mind. Are you going after old people? She doesn't seem keen to talk about it. Perhaps I'd better leave it for now. Oh, what happened, sir? What happened upon a time? You can't not tell us now. Yo! Only a foolish fool foolishly prizes in another person's business. Now hold your tongue, Scruffy, or you'll get more than a mere tongue lashing. It's a bit late for that. Spare the whip, spoil the child. A whip in time saves 9. Didn't you go to school, you whipless wonder? Yes, it seems that leaving it alone was the right choice after all. I'd like you to take a look at this, Francisca. Fine, what am I looking at? My prosecutor's badge. And I just wanted to show it to you, that's all. Oh. I think that just went, yeah, this is kind of silly to show her this now, but we'll just do it. Ah, good. So do you feel the pain? Oh, so you do feel the pain. Huh, and what was that supposed to mean? I just wanted to make sure you hadn't foolishly gone and lost all brain function yet. Miles Edgeworth, you might have plenty of time on your hands, but I'm a busy woman. I don't have the time to look at every piece of garbage you just thrust in front of me. Now put it away and consider the evidence in your possession more carefully before bothering me again. She's every bit as unforgiving as ever, I see. She angry. You will look at all this evidence. So Kay Faraday has lost her memory. How could you let that happen, you fool? I'm not a childminder. I unfortunately have no good answer for that. Excuse me, but it's not Mr. Edgeworth's fault. How are you walking around? You're covered from head to toe in bandages. Oh, thank you for your concern. I'm fine, honest. You're really not yourself, are you? You don't really even say anything worth thanking me for. Miles Edgeworth, you better get her memory back ASAP, or you'll be sorry. They're technically the same age, aren't they? 17, 90. Nearly. They're about 2-year difference. She just pounced and stomps off. You could just say your words that you're worried about her, you know.
Oh, well, one thing's for certain, sir. This isn't Kay. She doesn't look like her at all.
I'd think we knew that already, Detective. Our Kay is standing right over there, after all. The victim looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit.
Oh, could she be one of the officers? In the offices here in the building?
Perhaps, but for now, she remains unidentified. The question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay? I must scour the scene and inspect everything, because I want to. You think this could be the murder weapon? Oh, wrong voice. A 3-armed candelabrum. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds to the chest. Puncture wounds that could well have been made by these spikes.
A candle album?
Not quite, Detective. A candelabrum. A candle holder, in other words.
Oh, gotcha. That reminds me. I forgot to pay my electric bill once a while back. I had to live by candlelight for a whole month.
One thing's for sure, she's dead. Yes, she is quite clearly dead. Who does that in this day and age? It seems she suffered a serious burn in her hand at some point.
Oh, you think it was something to do with she died?
No, this scar's too old for that. I could imagine something some time ago. She's holding something. Detective, could you open her hand for me?
Yes, sir, right away.
If he can move their fingers freely, then rigor mortis hasn't set in, which means she didn't die that long ago. Unless it just easily slides out of her hand.
Oh, what is that? Wait, I know. It's a loyalty card, probably from a store. Yo!
It's a key card.
Oh, why, sir? Why?
The question we should be asking is, what does it open? She's got boots on. Why does she look like she's going out for horse riding lessons? There's something pinned to a jacket here. A piece of magenta fabric.
Oh, whatever it is, looks like it was torn off pretty roughly.
The victim's hair is kicked in blood. Looks like she was hit with something, huh?
Oh, looks like she was hit with something, huh?
Unfortunately, it's too early to say for certain. Perhaps an answer will turn up as we investigate further. It doesn't look as if there's anything in the chest pocket. A candy zebra.
I don't think it's this all right here.
By the look of how the fabric was torn, I'd think it was pierced by something sharp.
Oh, can't get your coins in there now. That's what will fall out.
Have you ever heard of a change purse, Detective?
No. I don't use purses, I use wallets. I sure have, sir. It's another word for pocket, right?
I give up. A pure white jacket with a deep red stain on the lapel. This jacket, the buttons on the wearer's right-hand side.
What's so weird about that? Buttons always go on the right, no?
Not on women's clothing. Traditionally, the buttons would be on the left. Do they? I'm gonna look that up. I mean, immediately I start looking it up. Obviously, I'm not going to read the AI one because that's always wrong. They got one that's like, since most people are right-handed, place button on the left side of women's clothing made it easier for right-handed servant to fasten them. Men's buttons on the right, why do women's on the left? Okay, I guess it is an actual thing. Huh. Weird, I've never noticed that. But then again, I don't look at buttons.
Oh, like I always say, sir, you sure know your stuff.
This is common knowledge, Detective. No, it's not. I didn't know about that until just now. Who pays attention to buttons? No one. Nothing else seems to be amiss. It was for servants to button it easier. Yeah, that's what it said.
Oh, wait.
What's that in this pocket? A pair of gloves.
A pair of gloves, also white.
They don't seem to be soiled in any way. I imagine they must have belonged to the victim. We're not going to note that down or anything? This book.
Oh, that's Kay's promises book.
It's where she
wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. Haven't seen this in a while.
Indeed. Never take things from a stranger, never go anywhere with a stranger. A book of vows made by a child to her father. Always keep your smile even when you don't know. Never cry for strangers. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Oh, what exactly is it doing here? Number 6. Never kill anyone.
Oh, I just remembered something Detective Bad told me a few years back. It's something precious to Kay. It disappeared from the station.
Oh, what? Evidence went missing from the police custody?
Detective Bad said it looked very well for it, but no dice.
It's her acceptance letter to Clown University. What could this mean? And why did it turn up here of all places? You there. What do we know about this notebook, officer?
The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. It was the only thing in that kind of name at the time.
So this is how she became Kay.
Talk about a red herring. He doesn't even explain how he ended up with it, though.
If only we had a few more leads on the victim's true identity. Is it going to slot into something? The base is a very unique shape. If it were removed from a dusty shelf or something. And the secret boyfriend entry. It would be immediately obvious what had been standing there. The prongs of each arm are covered in blood. The spacing matches those of the wound on the victim's chest. But is this really the murder weapon?
Eureka!
Consider this piece of evidence, detective.
Sure, what about it, sir?
Don't you think it has something vital to tell us about the scene of the crime?
No?
Did I make a mistake somewhere?
Maybe take another look around the evidence we gathered, sir.
I will. There's something here that will reveal more about the scene. I'm sure of it. Oh, flower first.
Eureka!
Judging by its appearance, I say that the flower Kay was carrying originally belonged to the victim.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like they're made out of some fabric.
Indeed. Let's take a closer comparison.
The torn edges match up perfectly. What's one of it can I, sir?
Is the flower updated? If the flower belonged to the victim, this implies a connection between the victim and Kay Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flowers were torn off with considerable force. Kay Faraday was involved in the incident somehow, and based on what we're seeing today, or seeing here, we may have yet no choice but to treat her as our main suspect.
What? But there's no way she could have done this. I can't even begin to imagine it. This must be some murderous bone in her body.
Well, she was pushed, and she probably grabbed the flower when she fell. And then the real murder happened, but no one's going to care about that because she was there, she had the thing, she's obviously the murderer. And nevertheless, we lack the evidence to disprove such an assertion. For the moment, we're simply considering all the possibilities. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth? For the better or worse, yes. Can I combine anything? Yes, I can. I would imagine the victim's keycard probably grants access to this room, wouldn't you?
Well, let me go find out, sir. I'm back. I found some details on the keycard in the security system. It's for this room, just like you said.
So the victim was able to enter and exit the chamber freely. Assuming that the keycard actually belonged to her, yes. Indeed. Found in the victim's hand. Surely it would also tell us who this person is. Woo!
It seems we're no closer to discovering the identity of our victim.
Then, am I really Kay? Can you really be sure?
Of course we're sure. What are you talking about?
Thank you. And that person lying there? Is someone you may have murdered, but that's all we can say for now. You may have killed them.
No, there's no way she did it. Is that right, sir?
Indeed. I don't believe the Kay we know could have done something like this. And then she's going to be like, well, how do you know I'm the real Kay then? I might be a different Kay that actually kills people. You're becoming a real softy, Miles Edgeworth. Well, look who it is again. I don't know who this is. I know that voice. Winner. Oh, God. With a winning smile and the #1 name in the business at his eye, Prosecutor Eustace Winner. Please forgive the intrusion. Step away from that body, Edgeworth. I am on the opposite side of the room. I didn't call for you, and I don't need you. This case is mine. It's what the victim would have wanted. You knew the victim? So it really is her. Be not afraid, everyone, for the goddess of justice will guide us to the truth. She sure will. Now that I'm here, everything's going to be all right. Whoever did this will live to regret it. I'll show them that we... Miles Edgeworth, who is this imbecile? Why am I getting the dead glare? I've got nothing to do with him. Franziska von Karma, I presume. My apologies, I should have introduced myself sooner. Verity Gavel at your service. And the deceased in this case is... Rosie Ringer, attorney at law and a member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Now, is she a prosecutor attorney? I see. That would explain the keycard. So you're the lead prosecutor? Again? Yep, which means the case will be solved in 8... You didn't tell me your name yet, little boy. Don't call him that, he might like it. If you want to know my name, all you have to do is... Ow! Rosie is Jill Crane in the French translation and Antigone in the Let's Translate. Okay. Stop babbling and tell me now.
It's Eustace. Eustace Winner.
I think we've established where the balance of power in this particular room lies. Mr. Guy in charge? Here, this is from Grammar. What's this? Oh, the preliminary findings. Looks like it's game over for you, Edgeworth. This isn't a game, Mr. Winner. Alright, that's me done. See you in the next stiff. Yeah, home time. I could murder a bowl of noodles right about now. We're out of here, everybody. Stay healthy. Well then. We just watched them leave. Let's see. The wound around her head is from when she fell over after she died. Eustace. It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night? What now, Gavel? It's very kind of you to share the coroner's finding with everybody, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all, and tell the other people what's going on. Sebby, I'm going to grow up weird now! Maybe we meet again in front of another corpse. Yes. No, that would be a tragedy. Head injury sustained post-mortem. Stab wounds to the chest. Anyway, that settles it. We need to arrest Kay Faraday.
What? What the heck are you talking about?
I think Eustace's meaning was very clear. Miss Faraday is the murderer. And though she is dressed differently than usual, this young lady covered in bandages is Miss Faraday herself, correct? Why is it you get to immediately clock her, but no one else does? You really mean to arrest her here and now? If you do, then I'll be forced to object, loudly and forcibly. And if further confirmation were needed, there it is. The committee was right to call your conduct into question. It is questionable to the extreme. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, just go. It's fine.
Fine? There's anything but fine, Kay.
I still don't remember anything. So maybe I did do it? Maybe I killed that poor woman and I just don't remember? The goddess smiles on those who confess their sins. It is her wish that our confessions cleanse us. I called it! She applauds our commitment to the cause of justice, as do I. Judge Cavell, Eustace, if you really intend to arrest Kay, could you at least explain your grounds for doing so? I, for one, certainly don't intend to yield. Not until I've seen some evidence to support your accusations. Then allow me. Prepare to fight with the faithful, deductive genius, Edgeworth. Why I think Kay did it. They call it the human race because somebody has to win it. And that somebody is me. I won this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday is the murderer, no doubt about it. She stuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving. Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. Detective Genius? That was a total mess. And if Detective Gumshoe is saying that, you know it must be bad. I asked you to explain your grounds for arresting Kay, yet you have explained exactly nothing. True, but why haven't we seen any proof of her innocence, Evia? Or we haven't seen any.
It's alright, Kay. My Mr. will pull off a miracle or something. You just can't believe in him.
My deductions aren't exactly divine acts of intervention, you know. Well, Miles Edgeworth, I'd hate for you to disappoint me. But in the event that you do, I'll be sure to freely let you know. Rebuttal.
Objection!
Like, immediately you're wrong. Feel bad for those who had to rewrite his puns for the shit name. Are you familiar with this room, Mr. Winner? It certainly sounds like you are. What can I say? Winners know where winners go. I'm number 1 and 2 and 3. In other words, the majority of your work is second, if not third rate. Why do you always have to make fun of me? Because you suck at your job and I hate you. You can take it as a slight if you wish, but the fact remains that you seem unfamiliar with this keycard. What do you take me for? Of course I'm unfamiliar with it. You need one of those to get in here. Don't you? Have you no shame? Me? Mr. Winner, do you really even suspect Kay? Of course I do. She did it. Faraday's the killer. And then perhaps you can tell us how Kay got her in such a secure room as this, without a keycard. There was a... And she... Yeah. A masterful summary. Now, as we know, our only members of the committee have keycards. Therefore, only they can enter. Precisely. Why is she agreeing with me? Please take a look at this. I had security pull the data earlier. As you can see, the door to this room opened at 12:52 a.m. with Mrs. Ringer keycard. And then the previous one with no name for some reason. We cannot know for certain, of course, but who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer and then kill her over some sort of subsequent disagreement? It's certainly a plausible theory, but that's all it is. For one, it would require the victim and her murderer to have known one another.
Yeah, but no, Kay didn't know the woman. I'm sure of it.
Overruled.
How can you possibly be sure of such a thing? That's pure speculation on your part, Detective. And yours! There is no place for guesswork in the courtroom of a crime scene. Hard evidence is what required, which is what you're doing! In that case, are you suggesting that you have said hard evidence to support your theory? Evidence that Kay Faraday and Rosie Ringer knew one another? But of course.
What? But you just got here.
I have here a letter. Dr. Hertz found it in the victim's chest pocket. Another of the victim's possessions. And you kept this to yourself until now. You planned for this, didn't you? Is that why? It was the can holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night.
Oh, Dalkaville! I think you should share the coroner's findings with everybody, Avery. But maybe you should leave it till here, so I'm going to constrain your voice after all.
Ha, ha, ha. Shall I read it for you? Rosie, thank you so much for agreeing to help me with my plan. Now we can get both what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for whatever happened 12 years ago. K. This should seem to indicate pretty strongly that the two of them were accomplices, wouldn't you say? Accomplices in a plot to steal from the very room in which we are standing. No. Wait. Wait, so your principal suspect is Miss K. Faraday for the second crime as well as Miss Ringer's murder. Victim's letter jotted down in my organizer. Yay! We now have 2 slayers. I'm the principal suspect?
Oh, listen to her, it's all lies, all of it. You're not like that. You'd never do the stuff that's accusing you of.
Then how do you explain the letter, Detective?
Unlike Mr. Winner, I suspected that Judge Gavelle herself had some proof to support her accusation. But I didn't expect it to be quite so definitive.
Nicely done, Gavelle! Thank you, Eustace.
Hold it!
We're not done here. I still have questions and you better have answers.
Would you mind if I handled this, Eustace?
I'll be my guest. Have fun arguing Edgeworth into the ground. I can't let them steamroll me or this. I have to find a way to take back the advantage.
Kay's letter. Imagine if she's like, Kay's letter, so you would like me to talk about this. Instead, I would just tell you the comings of the tribunal we just had. You are disbarred. Goodbye. As the letters more than adequately proves, Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were acquainted. It seems Miss Faraday had asked Miss Ringer's help in a plot of some kind. But for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down. Bless me. Bless me. Miss Ringer lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play. The letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer.
Oh, she's good. Better than ever, even. Think you can take her down, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, of course. Don't do this out of pride, Miles Edgeworth. If you're going to fail, do it on somebody else's time.
Hey, whose side do you want, sir?
There is only one side to be on, Scruffy. The side of the truth.
Uh-oh. Looks like the kid's got something to say.
Well, if there's one side to be on, then it has to be the winning... Quiet, you.
My thought exactly.
Better sing Ring Around the Rosies? Oh. I see what you did there, but thank you for the bless you. Kay's letter.
Hold it!
What exactly was the nature of their relationship?
Miss Faraday was grateful for Miss Ringer's cooperation, just as the letter says. I think that's more than adequately describes it, don't you? Now, as I was saying...
Hold it!
Can you tell us more about this plot?
The letter implies a theft.
And it was written by your friend Faraday, making her the prime suspect. Case closed.
Objection! And anybody can forge a letter. It's not conclusive proof of anything.
I also seem to recall that Miss Faraday referring to herself as a great thief on more than one occasion.
She's on sabbatical.
I can be sure of that. It's unlikely she would have tell you if she was resumed her activities, surely. Perhaps she took up stealing again and simply chose to keep it from you.
I can't prove that either way right now, and she knows it.
As I was saying, it seems Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were involved in the plot to steal something.
Hold it!
Whatever reason, could you be a little more specific?
Not at the moment, but I'm sure our investigation will cover any number of possibilities. Whereas your lack of proof that Miss Faraday is innocent continues to be a major problem for you.
Objection!
I can see that some of the evidence would seem to point to Kay's involvement, but none of it is anywhere near conclusive.
A letter explicitly outlining a connection to the victim.
backed up by supporting evidence from the scene. How much more conclusive could it be? And what's more, where is your proof to the contrary?
Hold it!
Is there any actual evidence to show that Kay killed Miss Ringer?
You don't give up, do you? What do you call the letter, huh? Evidence. Duh.
I wouldn't be so sure. For one thing, it doesn't mention anything resembling a murder plan.
It doesn't? Oh, I guess not, huh? Aha! But it will once we hold a flame to it, reveal the secret writing.
I wouldn't place so much hope in that revealing anything, Eustace. And if we don't need to. Not when we have.
Hold it!
We were able to examine the pocket in question for ourselves. And you want to know why the letter wasn't there, I assume?
It's simple. The police number one priority was handing it over to me.
The victim had kept it on the left side of her chest, next to her heart, no other words.
God! Stop sneezing!
In other words, to indicate her heart's desires that her killer be brought to justice.
Oh, yes, so she just intentionally put it there because she knew she was going to be stabbed.
I have little interest in sentimental speculations about Miss Ringer's desires, but one thing does interest me. The fact that you said the letter was in the victim's left chest pocket. Is the truth, as the goddess is my witness. That is where the letter was found. There is no doubt about it. The same place where she was stabbed with the candelabrum. I think that might prove a very important clue. I can't imagine Kay writing a letter like that. But unless we can get more out of Judge Gavelle, I don't think we'll be able to prove that she didn't. I should try pressing the good judge on some of the statements and see if she lets something slip. Yeah, it shows a picture here, so...
Objection!
Bless yours.
Thank you. But you didn't sing, did you? Am I supposed to? So, the victim kept the most vital clue of all closest to our heart. How very touching. The voices of the dead fight to be heard, and even then they don't always reach us. But her voice rang loud and true, and it told us that Miss Faraday is our killer. Huh. I think you may have misheard her, Your Honor, or perhaps an evil spirit was trying to mislead you.
Hey, you better take that back!
Perhaps we should try listening to the words of the coroner's report instead. By all means, if I recall correctly, the victim was stabbed in the left side. No. Did you even read this? I overheard it, and I remember. Yes, I'm afraid so. You claimed that the letter was found in the victim's left chest pocket.
All right, well, she was stabbed by the candle holder.
Indeed. 3 puncture wounds to the chest and yet not 1 to the letter. Miraculous, no? Well, Judge Gavelle, how do you explain that? Because I can think of one explanation. The letter was deliberately placed there after the fact in order to cast suspicion on Kay. Someone went to a lot of trouble to create the crime scene we see before us. And that someone is the real culprit, who almost certainly has also forged this letter.
No!
It's clear that the culprit intended to frame Kay by means of that letter.
And you fell for it. He fell for it. Took from voice. Oh.
And you fell for it. Look, I ain't sicker.
Objection!
No, Faraday did it. The letter was, it was in a pocket, yeah. Other pocket.
Huh? Seriously?
The whole left chest pocket thing was a mistake. Whoever purported it must have meant their left. Ah! Stop your foolish floundering, you foolishly foolish fool. Who are you just incurably foolish? Why do you keep whipping me? And stop making fun of my deductions. Yeah!
There, I saved you the trouble of disciplining him. Yes, even though I had no intention of doing so. You really should, though. The letter is stained with blood, which suggests that it had been indeed placed somewhere on our left side. Therefore, I doubt there was some sort of mistaken report. Not unless the report was given by you.
Gavelle, say something.
No objections? Good. Then allow me to continue. Well, so we established the existence of a second suspect.
No, we haven't. The murderer had to get in there. Didn't remember? No one else could have gotten in apart from Faraday and Ringer.
Whoever it was would needed a keycard. Judge Gavelle proposed the killer entered the room together with the victim. But what if there was something questionable about the very basis of her theory first? This piece of evidence will point to the another suspect.
Take that!
Look again at the keycard record provided by Judge Gavell a short while ago. As already noted, the victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m. But you will note that someone else's keycard is also listed. A mystery person who could have entered beforehand and lay in wait for the victim, you mean? This other person entered at 10:15 p.m, and so it's certainly not outside the realm of possibility. Except I'm afraid it is.
And where's your evidence, sir, Your Honor?
It's because it's someone important that it's them, so therefore they couldn't do it because they work for the Goddess of Justice, so they couldn't do anything wrong. Everyone that's a part of the committee doesn't do anything evil. My evidence? I am the evidence detective. It was my keycard. There's nothing suspicious about a committee member entering the chamber as I please. Is there? Oh, so when it's you, it's perfectly fine. But when someone else uses it, oh, they're evil. They're the ones that did it. Perhaps not, but that's also not the exonerating evidence you seem to think it is. Unless you can also prove that you yourself didn't murder your colleague. What utter nonsense. What would I have to gain from killing her? What would anyone have to gain?
Objection!
I'm sure you know how I'm going to answer that, Your Honor. I believe further investigation will shed light on any motives you might have had. I'm a faithful servant of the goddess. Why would I ever resort to an act of crime? To fulfill your justice. Even if you didn't, I just don't like you. I want you to get arrested and never show up in this game again. I used my keycard, that much is true, but my reason for entering this room is far from questionable. Then perhaps you'd care to tell us why. I had business here in the committee chamber. There were certain preparations to make.
Preparations? Sounds pretty suspicious to me.
I am not at liberty to share what I was preparing for. A murder. Most foul. But I am sure Prosecutor Edgeworth can make an educated guess. My hearing. She must have been busy gathering the documents they were going to use against me. To relieve me of my badge. Alright, children, that's enough. It's good to keep our skills and tongues sharp, especially when we're young, but that'll do for now. I don't know who this is. Who in the... Oh, God. You look like Red Baron. You're a biker guy.
Ah, really takes me back to the days of my youth, back when I would wrangle with a certain detective. He disappeared, you know. I hope he's somewhere out there, living his best life. You still have to forgive me. It's just, I get so emotional. The tears, I can't stop them.
Chairman Winner. He's the real murderer. Winner. Ah, Verity, my girl. Do you ever stop working? Your dedication puts us all to shame. And it is the young Francisca I see before me. Dear child, when did you get so big? Uncle Winner, it's been far too long.
That's so formal. I thought we were like family. You used to sit on my knee and shout, Uncle Winner, Uncle Winner, at the top of your little lungs. Ah, but time sure goes by very fast. One can't help but shed a tear.
Dad, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? A committee member has been murdered and you're in charge of my case, my boy. Oh, what is this? Your pop's the workday?
Silence, do you have any idea who he is? This man is practically the right hand of the goddess herself. A former chief prosecutor and the current chairman of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence.
Well, now, Verity. There's no need to bring all that up. I'm just a harmless old man.
Really? Allow me to apologize for the detective rudeness. I am
Miles Edgeworth, correct? And your little subordinate Dick Gumshoe.
I'm Excelsius Winner.
That is a cool name, Excelsius. I am a magic spell.
Blaze the best, or in this, Excelsior Winner. He's a Nepo baby, yeah, definitely.
Father to this idiot boy, among other things. My wife and I were so happy when he was born, but now I'm so disappointed in him.
And now she's gone too. Heaven only knows where. Dad, here, use my handkerchief. Thank you, son. You're a good boy in your own silly way. Like father, like son, I suppose, though it's hard to say who's the bigger fool. Excelsius is Blaze the best in the fantasization and Oswald first in the Let's Translate. I really don't like Oswald first. He does not look like an Oswald. That's like a guy you would call from like the 18th century, like Victorian era. He has to wear like a monocle, wear a smart suit, not a biker jacket. Well, Verity, how goes the investigation? Thank you for asking, sir. We have identified a prime suspect, one carrying Faraday. We are currently trying...
Objection!
You don't have nearly enough to make her your prime suspect, and you know it. Or have you forgotten that we just discovered about the letter?
Objection!
I told you, that was just a mix-up. They got the wrong pocket. Ah! Don't test my patience. All right, and that's enough. Let's all calm down, shall we? I'm sorry you had to see that, sir. My humblest apologies. I think you all made your cases very clear. All except for you, Eustace. What? But, Dad... We are prosecutors, and it is our duty to identify suspects and bring them to justice. But I wouldn't dare call someone a suspect without evidence or a motive. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, I know all about your relationship to the accused. Thick as thieves been pretty apt based on what I've heard. Okay, no criminal, she's helped us catch the bad guys loads of times. Much about this case is still unclear, sir. Please, you have to let us... It's a heartwarming, really. The bonds of friendship are so strong amongst the young. What the hell is he doing? But circumstances being what they are, I'm afraid those bonds won't be enough. Is he going to end up being an arsonist? He's going to set his beard aflame at one point. And then he's going to, like, burn evidence. What the heck is that supposed to mean? The prosecutor's office needs this case cleared up as quickly as possible. This time is oh so precious, and we have so little of it. And there are so many other cases. I'm sorry, but you understand, of course, don't you? All right, Miss K. Faraday. Time to come along quietly. Yes, sir. You're not taking her. She's innocent, I tell you. To defy the chairman of the committee is to defy the law itself. It's an act so brazen a hearing won't be necessary at all. Those were the divorce papers. Are you prepared for Mr. Edgeworth to lose his badge over this detective? Why? So if a case goes down or Mr. Edgeworth loses his badge, what the heck am I supposed to do? You'd use his badge to shield yourselves? Oh, how the committee too has fallen. Kay, you're innocent. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Thank you. We've only known each other for a short while, but you've been very kind. I mean, I've known you for pretty much, technically, all my life. I met you one time when I was a teenager, and then again years later. I'm sorry for being a criminal. Your contrition is noted, Miss Faraday, and will be conveyed to the Goddess of Justice. You're literally taking advantage of a person with amnesia. She is literally not the same person right now. What in the world should I do? When I was little, all I wanted to be was to be like my father. To become an attorney and fight for those who can't fight for themselves. Doesn't Gumshoe have the higher authority for this? He is an officer. I mean, maybe, yeah. But now my fate is tied to that of his one tiny badge. Edgy was in his 20s. He's close enough, I guess. One tiny badge against the life of a dear acquaintance. Who am I kidding? There's nothing to weigh here. I choose the badge! I guess this is it. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Judge Gaffel, a moment if you please. Yes, what is it? Your badge? What is the meaning of this? I am returning it. From this day forth, I'm a prosecutor no longer. Mr. Edgeworth! What are you doing, Miles Edgeworth? Explain yourself right now. You're giving it all up just like that? You can't mean it, sir. Tell me you're kidding. Please. If you're not a prosecutor anymore, then what does that make me? Nothing. You're still a detective. I have one duty and one duty alone. To pursue the truth. If being a prosecutor means I must turn a blind eye to the very truth before me, then I will gladly shed the title to be free. I'll carve my own path, one I believe in. I won't let my search for the truth end here.
Objection!
Are you running away from the Von Karma? From me? Say what you will, Francisca, you won't change my mind. She will leave me behind again. I don't forgive you for this, never. No, this is all my fault. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for me. Wait, Kay, don't go. You stay right where you are, detective.
But, sir...
I'm not a prosecutor anymore.
Don't say that. Wherever you go, I'll go, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm always there right by your side.
There's no need for you to do that now, detective. Simply focus on your job and do what you can. And everyone else is just standing over there in the corner like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm just going to let it happen. Well now, this is no good, is it? We've let a dangerous criminal run free.
I try, and yet it's never enough.
There's no need to worry, sir. We'll set up a cordon. She won't get far.
She'd better not. I'll be very disappointed in you if she does.
You're caring about it now? Is this where you get your character development, finally? It's like, he put down the badge to go find justice. That must mean there's no justice to be found right now in the current law system. Oh, I've got my whole world turned upside down and I've got to change as a person to be better, finally. Rather than blindly trusting in everyone who is in higher position, when you really shouldn't be trusting people in higher positions that haven't proved that they're trustworthy. April 5th. And that is where we will stop for today. Yep, that's where we'll stop. That's actually a really good place to stop. Because it's like, what's going to happen? We dropped our badge. We're not a prosecutor anymore. What are we? We're just the guy in our suit now. But we shall continue this on Thursday. We will find out what happens next. And hopefully get Kay exonerated or something and then get her brain working again. And then we can find out the truth of what happened. But yeah. Thank you for joining everyone today. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm sorry I started late. I know we're not getting as much done as we would usually, but if I kept going, I would be doing this way too late. But thank you for joining everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. As usual, like, follow, subscribe, do those bell notifications, all that jazz, you know, when I next stream. If you like what I if you like what I do and you want to help support me, there's links to Patreon and tips. And if you do become a patron, get an image of the patronist here, when I give you a shout out every stream, like I do with Hiro Kuni and the Swordmaster 37, where I thank you for the continued support. I greatly appreciate you all. And we get pushed off a building and lose all our memories and have to try and figure out if we were really a murderer all along. We just never knew. But that's it for today. Y'all take care of us today. I'll see you all tomorrow for more Hades, where we will hopefully be finishing it. And if not, we'll finish that on Friday. And if you want to wait for more of this, though, we'll be back on Thursday. So until then, y'all take care of us today. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, Rafatron. Bye, Matt the Shirt. Bye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by and watching, even if you've been looking. Bye-bye.